What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy JDiesel back at it once again with Under the Radar. And as always, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Grandmaster FloKey. How you doing today, my man?
It's been a long week. I turned 23. I got bopped in the first to one team tournament. It's another week, and it's another week for your boy. We had our first weekly the other day. Amazing turnout. We have another one this week tomorrow. I know MK11 is right around the corner. So I know everybody's hyped up on that, but thank you so much for you guys to tuning into this. Appreciate it. And with us tonight, we actually, you know what I noticed, Jay?
What'd you notice today, Flo?
We're keeping this in the southern side of things as of late.
You know what? Hey, got to make your way around.
The Southern Heat is still rolling in with us tonight. He just won his first major recently at Slam 2019. He is probably one of the original Blue Gokus that have been sticking with the character for a really long time, and he's trying to bring the Louisiana Heat to our podcast tonight. Please welcome Crescent Esports' own Doza. How are ya tonight?
Hey guys, I'm doing pretty good. I'm excited to be here. This is like the first time I've done anything like this, so it's a little weird for me. I'm still trying to get used to it. But I'm excited to be here. Slam was great, and I'm glad to be here to talk about Goku Blue and pretty much everything. I'm feeling pretty great about it. I would like to add real quick. I can't hear Diesel.
Oh,
or I don't know if his sound's coming through for me or not. But
okay, so you can't hear me. All right, I'm going to leave the call and then come right back.
All right, we're doing this on the fly, lady. This is the things that happen.
Okay, can you hear me now? Can you hear me, Doza?
Doza?
I'm still here. I'm still here.
Wait, can you hear me? Oh, that's a no.
Can you hear Jay?
Jay, can you speak real quick?
Can you hear me?
No, I still can't hear him. I can
Oh
hear you.
my god, what?
No, he can't hear him.
All right, we're gonna have to remake the call.
Oh no, we're gonna do this on the fly, folks. We're gonna do this on the fly. Hold on.
Okay, Flo, you create a new call. Create a new call, Flo. You know what, folks? Having a little bit of technical difficulties right here. You never know when this is gonna strike. Oh, you want the Doza cam? All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what this man can get cooking. Oh my goodness. Sometimes you think it's gonna work out a certain kind of way, and then it doesn't. But here we go. Let's see it. All right. We good?
Can everybody hear?
All right, I can hear you, FloKey.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
All right.
That
can you speak real quick just to make sure?
Are you good? Check.
Check.
Oh, now I can't hear FloKey. What's going on?
Wait, what?
What?
See, yeah, this is pretty weird. Let me try switching to the mobile app real quick. Maybe that'll fix it.
Case. Wow. Never. Am I
Not
gonna
really
have
sure
to
what's
drive
going
to
on
VR
here.
to be a tech for Doza? I don't know.
I didn't realize it till like a couple minutes ago. I'm pretty sure he said something.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's wild.
No, that's cool. It's Discord is a weird thing. That's for sure.
Jay, this is
I can tell FloKey is still speaking to me through the spiritual plane. So it's perfect.
Well, hold on. I gotta update the current topic. We're not on introductions. We're on bug fixes. That's what we're on right now.
We're on bug fixes.
I'm gonna hop on the mobile app and see if that fixes anything.
All right.
You guys, give me like 1 second.
Try it out.
Let's do this. So Jay.
So Flo. Look.
This is unprecedented.
Look, I'm not saying you never know what's gonna happen, but you honestly never know what's gonna happen. Normally things are pretty clean. This is the one time Discord has decided to have an issue on air.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be under the radar without something wild happening.
I mean, you know, it really does feel like that.
12 episodes deep.
Yeah,
And
12 episodes deep, and this is where it happens. Like, right?
the turtle man brings it out in us. But Jay, how was your week as we wait for Doza?
My weekend was very, very nice. Went to a bachelor party, had a lot of fun. I mean, I got mixed this weekend. It was absolutely beautiful. Aside from that, I mean, got some wedding shopping done for a wedding I'm going to next weekend. So, I mean, not the most eventful weekend, but I'm very excited. We've got Mortal Kombat 11 coming out,
In like a few hours.
and everyone I know right now is popping.
Are you playing it?
Apparently, Discord is currently down for a lot of people right now. It's currently trending on
What?
Twitter.
Wow. What a night for this to happen. What?
Yeah, Discord's currently trending.
Yo, someone clip that. Yo,
Oh
Discord
no,
feed down,
I
clip
can't. We
that.
can't get schmixed by this.
Yo, we got mixed by Discord of all people? Come on, son. Skype?
Well, it was down 2 hours ago for people, so
Okay.
we're gonna find out
Yeah,
exactly
I don't
what's
have
going
a
on.
Skype. Do I have a Skype?
Oh man, are we gonna resort to Skype
Oh no.
for Skype? Yeah, we did get mixed by Discord. All right, if we have to go Skype, we'll go Skype.
Do I even have a Skype account?
God,
That's a great-
I was about to try to find a game with party chat. Do you all have Overwatch? We
Do
could
you-
literally join a lobby and put on
Oh,
team
wait,
chat.
Wait, I have a Skype. I'm OD.
Oh my god, I think I uninstalled Skype on this
Oh,
computer
that's-
because I never use it.
Yeah. So again, do you have Windows 10?
Yes.
Wait.
Oh,
Doza can hear both of us.
Doza.
Doza. Turtle.
Hello?
Yeah,
Guys, can you
hello.
hear me?
We can hear you. Can you hear
Okay.
us?
I think I actually have both of you now.
Wait, do you?
I think I do.
Oh,
we're doing it.
bless.
Yeah, I think we got it. Yeah.
Yo, can we just say, Doza, it wouldn't be episode 12, and it wouldn't be the Doza episode without something crazy happening.
Oh no, I've been known to be to get blown up by random things like this, so
Yeah.
I'm perfectly used to it. It's fine.
Yeah, 100%. So we shouldn't delay anything. We should just hop right into this then, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
All right. So, for those who don't know you for some reason, Mr. Doza, tell him your team, where you're from, and yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Well, hey, I'm Doza. My name's Glenn Mendoza. I'm from Louisiana. I play Dragon Ball Fighter Z at a pretty competitive level. I play Goku Blue, Bardock, Super Saiyan Goku. A lot of people consider me one of the OG Goku Blues or one of the better Goku Blues. Some people consider me the best. It really depends on who you ask. I think all of us are pretty solid. This isn't my first venture with competitive gaming. I used to play a bunch of anime games at a pretty competitive level. I played Blaze Blue, Guilty
Ooh.
Gear. I used to play a little bit of Marvel Infinite. And so this isn't really my first fighting game. I would say this is probably the second fighting game that I've gotten notable at. The first being Blaze Blue. Big win there was I beat Dogra, and I was the first American to beat him in Blaze Blue.
Wow, you took games off Dogura? You took him out?
Toger's
I actually was the first American to take him in a set for the most recent version of Blaze Blue.
Wow.
Doger's
Yeah.
Azrael gives me nightmares.
Oh no, the man's is crazy good. He's definitely back when he was in his prime and playing, he was probably one of the best Japanese players.
All right.
And it was always pretty amazing to watch, especially right in a game like Blaze Blue. But as far as me, I would say I've been competing for about how long have I been in college? 4 years? About 4 years now.
Okay.
Recently signed by Crescent Esports as of last year. So this is my first time, I've been sponsored with the team, and I'm enjoying it a lot. They've been very supportive of me and helping me out. And I've also got, a really great community in the Louisiana fighting community to help me out too. So everybody's been pretty great in like bringing me up. As far as I guess some people consider me like the golden child of Louisiana FGC. Because everyone kind of just brought me up and put me where I'm at right now.
Right.
So it's been a pretty wild ride, and that's pretty much I guess my origin story, quote unquote.
Yeah. Oh wow. Yeah, he gave us the whole 9 yards. Wow.
I tried to do it as quick
That
as
was
possible.
OD.
That's something
No, it
quick
was
and
OD.
dirty.
So one thing you did bring up was Louisiana FGC. I haven't heard much about the Louisiana FGC other than the Crescent boys. With
Yep.
yourself, Malati, a bunch of other guys. And you said that they kind of brought you up. Saying you've only been playing for 4 years. We actually had Pivot Ace last week, and his first tournament was KIT this year. So
really, I didn't know, huh? Yeah, Pivot Ace is I've actually been. I think Pivot Ace is the Goku, not Goku Blue, Vegeta Blue player,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Yeah, I've definitely been studying around watching him. He's a really good player.
Yeah. So talk to us a little bit about Louisiana in terms of like the camaraderie you guys. Do you guys have like some type of camaraderie where you guys all want to get better, and like it seems like you guys like, because I was watching Slam a bit and I saw how you guys were like all behind each other when it comes to like those top eights, and especially that grand final set when you had against Scrot.
Yes. So Louisiana FGC is it's a very funny and very it's got a lot of like, I'd say, little brother big brother FGC syndrome, where we're all kind of like excuse my language, but we all shit talk each other. We're always talking smack back and forth. But when it comes to the out of state rivalries, we all have each other's back.
Right.
We're a bit divided. I would say Louisiana is divided into about 4 scenes. There's, but each scene is an hour away from each other, and they're a bit of a mixture. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's sort of like it's built in like a line where at the most you can be at, it's like maybe 3 hours away from a scene or so. But we even have guys who travel from northern Louisiana to our monthlies, which is about 4 hours away. So it's a lot of dedication, especially for the players that do play. We have a couple of notable players, actually. We have I'm not sure if you guys heard of Ramasama. He plays like Street Fighter 5. Yeah, he's from Louisiana.
Oh wow. Does he still play Does he play Dragon Ball?
He tried it. I don't think he liked it too much. I'm not sure what he's playing right now. It's probably Street Fighter 5. Not sure if you guys heard of Captain Zach, the Smash player.
I am familiar with Captain Zach on the Smash side. Yep.
Captain Zach. I'm not sure if you guys keep up with anime fighting games, but Master Stuff. He's a pretty prominent anime fighting game player. Yeah, he's actually one of my former teammates. We play a lot of the same games, so we're like dedicated training partners together.
Oh, nice. So you guys, you have people across the board in terms of different games versus just like one central hub where everyone just plays like Street Fighter or Dragon Ball. Just like everybody just playing, like you have like notable players across the board that no one really knows about, or people know. Pretty much, yeah. That's awesome.
We all definitely we're a bit spread, as far as what we play. Like I know there's I'd say the 2 most dedicated games right now, or 3, I'd say, for Louisiana are Dragon Ball, Street Fighter 5, and Smash. But I think at the very least, all 3 of those communities are very dedicated to what they do, and we all have a pretty solid player base and players to play against.
That's excellent. That's really good, especially now with MK11. Just in a couple hours is be releasing. That's definitely going to be a game that's going to not only maybe potentially change the tide in Louisiana, but probably change the tide in the entire world. Just having another NRS game come into the fold.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely excited to try it too. Yeah. This is I think this is going to be my second NRS game I try. I tried Injustice, but Mortal Kombat 11 is looking really good. I'm excited to try it.
Yeah, Sonic was streaming it earlier, so it was it looks like it's gonna be good, and I know everybody who's playing anything near me is playing it right? Like
Right.
everybody in the FGC. It's weird because I haven't seen this much love for an NRS game.
Right,
Where,
yeah.
which
Yeah,
is it's
definitely
wild to
different.
me. Like, because
No, definitely I agree.
yeah, because normally when NRS games drop, everyone, most of the people who at the FGC, they go, "Oh, that's another NRS game. I'm not gonna play that." But this game is different.
It's Mortal
For
Kombat.
whatever reason, this is different. This is on a different level right here, and people are stoked for it. And I'm really, really excited. I know I want to be on the mic for this game because it's hype. It's a hype game.
I think for that too is I think it's because it's a Mortal Kombat game. It's another one in the series. And I feel like everybody like has a history with MK in some degree, so it kind of makes sense. And plus, people who are coming from the NRS scene in general are moving from like Injustice into MK11 and just having that even flow. Like even Injustice 1 to MKX, it was kind of like relatively the same. You have the same kind of players coming moving over, and you have the same and bringing new old folks back from like back in the day. And if you were only just maybe exclusively just playing MKX still, but kind of moving into Blueku a bit. So you said you're one of the OGs on the
definitely.
Goku Blue train. What's funny, and I texted you about this, is that we had Blue Jito last week.
Yes,
We covered this man last week, and now it only makes sense that we cover Blueku. We need to cover the God Key.
I think he's probably the one of the most talked about characters this patch.
Oh yeah.
Do I think he's the biggest winner? I think he's one of the bigger winners. Yes. I don't think he's the biggest, but I think he is one of the bigger winners. I think he got a lot of much needed things this patch that were problems for him in the past.
For those who may have not been aware of what kind of problems that, because you've been playing the character for so long, and I've only been dabbling with Blueku just recently, in the past couple months. What changes that they did to Blueku were like really big for you in like the progression of the character, and now like you see like all like. Now, like everybody's jumping on that kind of train and being like, "Oh, Blueku's a problem, low key." What changes do you see that like everybody is seeing that's like a universal problem?
So I think the biggest thing for me personally was due to his neutral tools being sort of lacking in the previous patch. It was hard to really use them and get reward from them. The main one being tackle 236 L, the shoulder tackle.
Right.
In the past version, the only way to confirm from that move using an assist was to have it properly spaced so that you'd have enough hit stun for the assist to come out and get a follow up. The move was, in my opinion, borderline useless in that situation. It was supposed to be a neutral tool, but you couldn't really use it like that because it was like, oh, you have to pray that they block it and that you get some kind of some kind of mix up from the block stun of your assist. And if you had an assist that didn't have any block stun, it was kind of like, okay, well, if I get hit by this, it's not really a big deal because it's not going to combo.
Right.
And if I block it, you're not going to get a mix up. So you're doing this for
why? Right.
I guess that. Yeah, exactly.
Like what reason are you doing that?
Right. The biggest problem with that character, in my opinion, last patch was that he was horribly inconsistent. The assist reliance wasn't really an issue because he's a point character. That's how most point characters tend to be. But when you are overly assist reliant and you aren't consistent, it creates several drastic problems in your game plan to the point where you have to play a completely different game than every other character in the game.
Right.
Now Goku Blue, he gets actual confirms from doing what he does. So like say when he does tackle into assist, now he actually gets a confirm due to the added hit stun. When he does dive kick into assist, if it hits a grounded opponent, they don't pop out of they don't have a grounded state anymore. They're actually left standing.
Right.
That was a big way of Goku Blue getting in was dive kick plus assist. It was kind of a hard angle to cover, hard to anti-air because it came out so fast. But if they got hit on it, it'd be a grounded state. So it's like, okay, well, I don't get anything from this either. But now it's similar to Goku Blacks, where if you get a hit standing, It's a grounded state of hit stun.
Right.
So you get an actual confirm.
Okay.
Created, and that helped a lot of the consistency issues that Goku Blue had, because in the past it was, oh, I could just take the hit, I'll be okay. And now it's like, oh, I have to actually be aware of this neutral option, or else, I'm taking Goku Blue damage, which is already considerably high.
Yeah. Like, his damage across the board is like even like previous patch too, if you got a command grab off, like you're doing a grip.
Yes.
And like you're doing like grips of damage. And I think the changes, like one change that I really did like this patch was the EX change. That God. I've been on the receiving end. Legendary Pred in New York has taken the helm of Goku Blue over there.
Yeah.
And has shown that Goku Blue Yamcha is stupid scary. Especially,
oh yeah, definitely.
It's God. Jay, I don't know if you have anybody playing Goku Blue over in Maryland.
So Goku Blue hasn't been as big in my region. I thankfully have gotten to play several very good Goku Blues online, which at least has gotten me a baseline for the character. One of the big things is his stagger pressure has become so much more terrifying, because one of the big things before was you didn't fear Goku Blue. Goku Blue previously, when you played against him, he felt like kind of a cheese character for a lot of things you sort of laid out, Doza. Where it was like, oh, I don't really have to fear this option, because if I get hit, there's no punishment, right? Like, okay, whatever, hit me with your move, whatever, I won't worry about it. Whereas now, you can't do that. If you're in the corner, and God forbid you get opened up by a 2M starter, you are going to be bleeding, because that corner damage is off the wall. It's actually insane.
7K.
Yeah, and it's not even just that. It's it's like the other big thing, at least from my stance, is by making his individual tools better, he commands respect better, and the more respect you command as a character, the more you get away with. And I think it's been like this sort of knock-on effect between improved tools, commanding more respect, so he can get away with more wild mix-ups. What do you think, Doza?
I agree. I agree, actually. I think that the big thing with him was, he already did really good damage in the corner before the patch happened. His biggest issue there was, he needed assist.
Yes.
He was always a very assist-reliant character. Now he doesn't. So it's like, okay, well, now it doesn't matter where I get this hit. He's actually able to two-touch from most situations now, no matter what hit he gets. And it's kind of crazy. Because I was like, at first I was thinking, man, did they actually overtune this character? Which wasn't something I thought they could do. But I realized, he still has some of the same core issues. I think, in general, they made his reward from playing him a lot better. Like you said, he now commands respect. Because if you don't respect him, you're probably going to get two-touched, or you're going to get run over by all of the variety of options he has on offense. Goku Blue is a character. He has a lot of options on offense. Not all of them are real, but he holds a deck of cards, I'd say, as far as a playable character in this game goes. While most characters are very straightforward in the ways they mix you up, Goku Blue has a variety of options to take turns, overtake turns, extend his turn, mix you up in general. Which I personally don't think. I think it's very unique for a character in this game. He has a teleport. That teleport is plus block. That teleport also baits reflect. It's used as a throw bait. He has one of the best jumping key blasts in the game, which is also doubles as a great neutral tool. I don't think a lot of people realize that. I think that's one of the most underused things I see when looking at new Goku Blue players is they don't realize how great JS is. There's actually little to no recovery on it. So you can actually bait people to super dash you from full screen by getting annoyed by JS.
I had no idea his JS was that non-committal.
Yeah, it was so fast. The recovery on it is non-existent. Like, you can literally, IED back, jump S, and you're just like, I'm already on the floor already. I'm like, wait, what?
Oh, yeah. It's kind of crazy. Used in conjunction with assist, it's I would personally say it's his best neutral tool.
Really?
Yes. That honestly, that's how the majority of times I get in, because one problem I think people haven't really noticed with Goku Blue, or they should have noticed, right? Is that he still struggles to get in without assist due to the way he works. This is a bit of a hot take, right?
Hit us with it.
While he does have Goku buttons, I feel that the Goku buttons aren't really amazing without the threat of a beam.
Interesting.
Right? Like, I think the reason a lot of people, fear Goku in general is because, oh man, he's got these great buttons. He can play the neutral by himself. But I think the main reason he can play neutral by himself is because there's always a full screen option that beats most other options that you always have to worry about.
That is, yeah.
When you're fighting Goku Blue, he's just like Goku. He struggles a bit in scrambles.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not really an option like that you have to worry about. He actually has to go in and fight you. He has to play D neutral without this seriously damaging threat of a conversion from you just wincing full screen.
Does his 2M have the same hitbox as SSJ Goku, or is it slightly?
Yes.
Okay, it does.
I think the only one that's different actually is base Goku. I believe base Goku's goes a bit further and comes out faster.
Yeah. Well, I know Goku Black has a completely different 2M starter compared.
Oh no, that's not Goku. That's a completely different entity.
That
can't
look. He's got Goku. He's got Goku in the name.
That's not my Goku.
Oh, that's not my Goku.
It's like you're picking up a kid. He's like, that's not my kid. They missed it. Oh god.
But yeah, I just, it's been so interesting watching Goku Blue get more play, because his play style, kind of as you said, is rather unique, right? His play style to me is reminiscent of very old Android 16. Where it's a mixture of stagger pressure and command grabs. And the thing was, I don't think Goku Blue was there before. I think he's there now. I can't tell you how many times I've been hit by the Chi-Chi fingers. I don't know how many times. That's just come through. I'm sitting there and I whiff a reflect, and he just comes through and he's like, "I'm sorry, I gotta take your life," and just drops me. And I'm like, and every time I feel so silly, but it's because his pressure becomes so scary. And you see that brief window where it doesn't look like he's committed to a button, and you're like, "I want out," and you try to take that risky option, which with other characters you can get away with that reflect maybe. Against Goku Blue, no, that gap was never real. You weren't ever gonna get out to begin with.
No, yeah, that gap is real, and especially too, it's like the way like you can manipulate teleport with assist is so prominent. And especially on your team as well, Doza, like having that bar the super fast assist, having that beam that's a full screen option for Blueku to establish that pressure.
Yep.
You have those tools across the board that like it makes Blueku a threat. Going back to Legendary Pred, from this past weekend, in the past couple of days too, right? Like this dude literally picked up Goku Blue and has been mauling you people with basically a new version of Kazunoko's team. Well, granted, Kazunoko's playing Vegito, but
yeah, Pred taken. Didn't he just take down NLBC? Somebody in the chat just mentioned that.
So he just won Battle Circuit. He got top 4 or top 8 at Bums. And then he got top 3 at Super TSB with Nuanova.
Wow. That's an impressive streak for just having picked up the character.
Yeah, like the kid is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, Pred is definitely, I'd say, one of New York's better players.
Yeah, he's definitely like really under the radar in terms of like that. And now like him having Blueku on his side, the way like he commands the screen with Blueku Yamcha, and having that anti-air assist with Gohan kind of rounds out the team in general. Also, the assist for Blueku is definitely intriguing.
Yeah, it's Actually, I'd say it's one of his best buffs. Also, it's still very niche in combo extensions and the way it works. But the fact that you could actually get a guaranteed combo from it from a 6M starter, I think is one of the best things. It used to be kind of, honestly, in my opinion, useless for some characters, except for the block stun. It's actually one of the highest block stun assists in the game.
Really?
Little known fact. Yeah.
I did not know that. That is
random fun facts.
You know what?
It's,
I'm 100% pulling that out next time I'm commentating a Blueku. I'll be like, Hendez Doza once told me this is one of the highest block stun.
On the Under the Radar podcast. It's the best block stun in the game.
Not the best, but definitely one of the best. I still believe base Goku is actually the highest as far as block stun assist in the game. But it's still very good in the fact that you can sort of use it to snuff out air approaches too. Like one of the things I like to do is jump forward with it. It comes at such an angle that it's pretty hard to deal with if somebody's just trying to play footsies with you, air dash back, air dash forward. It comes at an angle that's a bit hard to deal with and hard to really snuff out and tag, like say some assist. He's also at liberty of not getting anti-aired or not anti-aired. I'm sorry, getting hit out of it because of the angle it comes at.
It does have a really, really unique angle. And actually, I wanted to build off of something you talked about earlier. You mentioned that you thought that while Goku Blue has obviously gotten some fantastic buffs as we've gone into the second season, that he's maybe a little bit overhyped right now. And
definitely.
And
yes.
And I want to press you a little bit on that because a lot of people are speaking to the contrary. But a lot of these people aren't actually veteran Goku Blue players. So as someone who's been on this character for a while, I want you to kind of break down why you maybe think the character is now much stronger, but maybe not at that top 5 level where some people are, kind of trying to push him.
Or even top 10.
Yeah, I've seen top 10. The highest I've seen is top 5. I mean, he's gotten some very interesting placings.
He's like 15.
I think 15 is a very top 15, right? Is a very good spot for him. Yeah. I wouldn't say he's top 10. I think personally, the matchups he had a problem in are still the matchups he has a problem with.
Okay.
The problem with Goku Blue, and there's actually 2 main problems I'd say, is one, I don't feel that compared to other characters, he can play the neutral very well by himself. It's a problem actually that Cell has. Cell without assist isn't that intimidating because his options of getting in are very limited.
Yes.
Or they're a big commitment or a big risk.
The downward angled Kamehameha. Yeah.
Yes. I feel like once you eliminate a team that is built around, or rather, if you eliminate the rest of the team that's built around Blueku, he becomes considerably a lot easier to fight. I think his strengths are when he's with a complete team. I think that's why the meta is sort of shifting to, snap. It's sort of like a Marvel style meta where you snap in the character that's the assist reliant character. It's very common now that a lot of people are either going onto the Yamcha train or picking up a beam assist because those assists can make or break a character's neutral in this game. I feel and I feel that's the case for Goku Blue. If a lot of people ask me, hey Doza, I'm trying to pick Goku Blue up. What assist should I be running? And my immediate response is you need a neutral assist. The character's special moves aren't that great by themselves. Dive kick is anti-airable. Tackle doesn't go too far. JS is good, but it's super dashable. And the rest of teleport, while it's tricky, quote unquote, I wouldn't say it's a good neutral tool. I feel it's very exploitable. I feel it's a big risk to do in general, even as a throw bait or a reflect bait, because you get 2H. Still, a lot of characters still have very high damaging combos from 2H. And I think that's one of his biggest issues is that he needs to still have a team built around him. He needs a neutral assist, and he needs some sort of lockdown assist to do a mix-up that's actually true.
Right.
Which, honestly, at that point, you're locked into a couple of characters. while I think Pred is a very very good player, I think he's probably one of New York's best. I don't think his team is a very good Goku Blue team. I
Interesting.
don't feel it
Okay.
really takes advantage of the character's strengths. I think Yamcha's good. I don't think Adult Gohan is a good pair for Goku Blue though. I don't feel they really give each other anything.
It's definitely
Uh,
different compared to what I've seen. Like, Cool Kid is another example of a Blueku player that I've seen
yes.
play. He plays Blueku Broly Gotenks, and that's been an interesting team to kind of see like evolve in this meta as well as Broly has become much more of a problem
Right.
as of
I
late.
think his team is I think his team is actually one of the better Blueku teams as well. He has a neutral assist in Broly, and he
Right.
has a lockdown assist in Gotenks. Two very important things that the character needs.
Okay.
Uh, the fact that the buffs that he got, I'd say, were to make him more consistent as a character. But they don't really fix the core problems that he has as a character. I think they just made it so that, all right, you still have to play the same game that you were playing before, but your reward is a bit high. I'm not even going to say a bit. It's a lot higher in this version. It's kind of crazy.
It's a lot higher than it was before. The fact that you can
definitely.
medium dive kick now.
Yeah, combo off of medium dive kick. He gets near full screen corner carry all the time. The fact that he doesn't have to spend assist to actually do a damaging corner B&B anymore is insane. It opens up his ability to two-touch characters a lot more. He was able to do it before, but you'd have to, have a specific team built around it, or you'd have to have more than one assist. But now he kills you.
It makes you explode.
Yeah, it's
so good.
I think it's really good. If you would ask me where I'd place him, as far as characters say, I said top 15. I think personally, this version, I'd say he's better than Cell.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. Now that's that's a statement.
I think this version. I think honestly, this version, Cell and Goku Blue traded places as far as what their problems are, but
interesting.
Cell's problems aren't as drastic as Goku Blue's were last version.
Okay.
I think Cell has become a bit more assist reliant this version in order to do things. Such as the mid screen confirms. Goku Blue used to have that problem. He doesn't anymore due to the M sliding knockdown. Cell also, both of them still do considerably high damage, and arguably Cell has a better assist for neutral.
Right.
But as far as how they function as characters and combo routes, I think they've traded places a bit.
Right.
I still think Cell is a very good character.
Yeah.
But I think Goku Blue has the ability to do more solo this patch.
Okay.
And having access to a meter dump level 5 is always good for a solo character.
The level 5 is a really interesting aspect of the character, just because it doesn't come up super often, but when it does, it's like the biggest deal breaker. It's like, oh, if he cashes out right here, he's going to be just short. And it's like, no, he's got 2 more bars in the back, spends them, and he secures a kill that otherwise just wouldn't have happened. And that's just more tools, more options, regardless of what game you're playing. It's just super nice because it increases the number of situations where you have an appropriate answer to what the situation is. And level 5 is just another example of that. Now, you've definitely talked about the power of Goku Azul.
The God Key.
But now I'm gonna ask on the other side, what are people missing when fighting Goku Blue? What are people letting Goku Blues get away with that they shouldn't be getting away with?
Okay. So the biggest one for me is teleport neutral.
Teleport neutral?
I think that is. I think it is crazy how many times it happens in general. Watching anyone, honestly, I've even done it a couple of times to people who literally don't know the matchup. I think teleport neutral. If you ask me, I think it's a terrible option. I get it. It's plus on block. It has the potential to cross up, but due to the way the tracking works, if you get super dashed at, you're getting hit. It could be the most random super dash in the world, but that the kick doesn't come out as soon as the teleport happens. There's actually a little bit of startup to the actual initial active frame.
Oh, so can you
noticed
reaction super dash the teleport?
I don't think people have super dashed it on reaction, but I've definitely, been like, oh, okay, I'll try teleport here, and then they'll super dash at me, and then I'll be like, okay, well, I don't think this kick is gonna come out in time, and I get hit, and I'm like, all right. Yeah, that's yeah. I'm not sure if it's on reaction. I definitely think the safer option if you're trying to react to teleport is to just 2H it.
That is actually the easiest option.
Yes, I see a lot of people try to block it. I see a lot of people, kind of just be afraid of it.
I've
try
definitely
to cut
blocked
back or run away. But then you got to realize it's plus on block, and now both versions are plus on block. The cross up used to be 0. It was 0 or -1, one of the two.
Yeah.
But now both versions are plus on block. So if you block that teleport, it doesn't really matter. Because you're holding plus frames regardless. I know.
Yep.
Yeah, plus frames are a little bit weird in Dragon Ball due to how to reflect and backdash work. But still, it's the fact that he's there, he's in.
Right.
He has a chance to mount offense that I think a lot of people just let teleport rock way too often. If you see teleport, you should definitely 2H it. I think that's one thing that most of the Louisiana players have kind of gotten ingrained into them is that I think the overuse of teleport comes from the fact that people don't really understand how or the way his neutral works. So they're like, okay, well, teleport seems like an easy get in. I'll do teleport call assist.
Right.
I should be covered, right? But then you're spending an assist to get in, and it's kind of like he needs certain assists to actually mount the mix-up. So then it's kind of just like you do the stagger pressure, which is fine, but it's a lot less intimidating when there's no assist backing it up.
Right. I
Um,
definitely agree with that.
I just see teleport so often now. I'm not gonna say it's a cop-out option. It's definitely something you can throw out every once in a while, but I don't think it's a very reliable option once you fight someone who knows the character.
Knows the character, yeah, knows the matchup.
I try to use teleport neutral against a lot of people in Louisiana, and I've died for it. One of my players, he perfect attacked me for it once, and I was definitely like, all right, I'm never gonna do this again, because I got touch of death, and I was like, all right.
Oh, he perfect attacked and they just went for the TOD.
Yeah,
Wow.
any anti-air works, And I was like, all right, yeah, you're right. Shout outs to Stun Traps. That dude is great. He killed me, but he's great.
Hey, you know what? He taught you something about neutral.
Yeah.
He
Definitely.
Makes you learn. I mean, because that's one of the big things is like that I've seen, and I think we are actually seeing a lot of this right now in the current meta. Is we've had a lot of characters who were previously mid-tier or maybe lower mid-tier that have been kind of thrust up the tier list due to some changes. And I think the lack of character knowledge is really, really showing, even at major events. Just from what I've watched. Characters that people do not know how to fight right now. A lot of people don't know how to fight Goku Blue.
Oh, yes.
A lot of people don't know how to fight Trunks. Which that one kind of shocks me, but a lot of people don't know how to fight Trunks. No one seems to know how to fight Teen Gohan.
Oh, I don't.
I kind of do.
Yeah, I mean, and this is the kind of thing where before you could kind of get away in DBZ with, I think, limited game knowledge. I think you could stand to know the top 10 players in the game, or top 10 characters. And it would be like, okay, I know 95% of what I'm going to be playing. And there might be one guy who's playing like hit or something, right? And whatever, I'll figure out how to deal with that.
Right.
That's not the case anymore. You actually need to know what these characters do, I feel, as a player now. And it's like listening to you talk about Goku Blue. I had no idea it was plus now, that both versions. I didn't know that.
Yes.
One character that I mentioned off air that I love you, Jerry, but I have to relearn the matchup because the way dive kick and stuff works now is Cooler. Cooler is definitely, I think he's one of the biggest winners of this patch.
Agreed. Perfectly agreed. I think he's really good now.
Like so I put out a tier list and I was like, I have no information on Cooler whatsoever. Now I have information. This character is nutty, and it kind of goes back to what you said, Jay. Like, there's a handful of characters that no one really knows how to play against.
Yep.
And now you're seeing players like LK playing Trunks and just mollywopping people.
Yeah.
People like Sage mollywopping people. You know, it's like a lot of these characters are more well rounded than what they were like a month ago, 2 months ago. Like Trunks overall is like arguably one of the better characters in the game now. Goku Blue is in top 15, where before no one really thought about Goku Blue being so high up.
Yep.
And it was interesting to see too. Pivot Ace again, we had him on last week, and he kind of instilled. I know in me personally that like Blue Jita's low key a threat in this patch. So it kind of goes back to what you said before, where there's not one character in this game that can be a threat. Obviously, there's some characters that are better than others.
Yeah.
Like you're not gonna see a ton of Krillins running around.
We're still not at that point in the game. We are not there yet.
Absolutely not. But he's just a character as an example. Like I posted earlier, like yesterday or whatever. Like Goichi did something with 17, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, what is this?" I was like, "Watch this dude literally make everybody play 17."
I mean,
yeah,
it's very, very true. Doza, what are your kind of thoughts on this kind of post-patch landscape? We're about 20 or so days in. I think we're finally getting to see some of the effects of the patch. What are your thoughts on the patch in terms of how it's impacted the game, characters, anything you want to kind of touch on here?
I think the overall, obviously the overall system kind of works the same. I still think people are getting used to playing around guard cancel, at least for what I've watched.
Yeah.
I think the new guard cancel was something that the game really needed. Unfortunately, it hurt a lot of the. No, I'm not gonna say a lot. It hurt a bit of the of characters' game plans a bit. Like Go Tanks got hurt by it a bit. I think he was probably the biggest, one of the bigger losers of the guard cancel change. Which is, I'm not gonna say it's unfortunate because who really likes Go Tanks? But
there's a handful.
They're a handful. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Childish Vegito does like Go Tanks.
That man is Go Tanks.
Yeah.
I love you.
Oh my goodness.
I think overall though, this patch, I think we're getting into the realm of actually learning character matchups now. I've heard a lot of people kind of one of their bigger complaints for this game were, every character functions the same, so there are no quote unquote real matchups. I don't think that's the case anymore. I think a lot of the characters have a bit of individuality. I still think some characters are a bit poorly designed. I think like some of the better characters, in my opinion, design wise, are I think Yamcha, very greatly designed character. I think he's super interesting to play, super interesting to watch. I think he's one of the better characters in this game, design wise. Same thing with Goku and Vegeta. They're kind of the staple characters of the game.
Right.
But I think overall that the design of some characters are a bit more interesting now. I think Trunks was a big hit with that. I think Change the Future is really freaking cheap, but I think overall his design is unique for a game like this.
Yes.
I agree.
I think he's pretty cool to play. I've actually been recently investing some time into him.
I think it's a good move personally. I
Yes,
think that
yes.
character
Yeah,
has
absolutely.
so much potential. This is my long-term here. All right, I'm going to throw out a bit of maybe a controversial take. I think Trunks is only going to continue the deeper we get into this season. I have seen some truly forbidden Trunks tech. And I
Yes.
think as soon as it can find, I don't think it's tournament practical yet. I don't think we're there. But I think if people like Sage, if people like LK keep hammering on this character, in about 3 to 4 months, you're going to see Trunks win a major. Easy.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to happen. I think the character's only getting better. I think pound for pound, he might have his assist is probably top 5. All right.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, and it's so much utility in a single character, right? Like you really can't underestimate it. And he's got the mix now. That was the one thing holding him back was he just didn't really have Doza. This was exactly what you were talking about before. Characters being able to function by themselves.
Yeah,
Yes.
this dude can do it by himself now.
And it was perfect. Yeah, go ahead, take it, Doza.
I actually think that's a good thing for this patch. I think that's probably a lot of the issues that some characters had. Some characters still have it. Like I think Videl is like the big the big elephant in the room there with characters who can't really function by themselves. I think she's like when it comes to her, I think that's her biggest issue besides the dodge. That she needs assists to kind of do everything. She needs help. But I feel a lot of the characters don't need help anymore, and I think that's the direction this game should be moving. Is that while it is a team game, you don't want to feel terribly crippled once one of your characters is gone. It should be an obvious hit, because you should be punished for losing a character.
Yes.
But that's one of the things I liked about Marvel 3 was that you could lose a character and still have a really stable shell, Doom Strider. That's a very one that people like to bring up. One of the best shells in the game. Doom and Strider worked well together, and vice versa. A lot of people feel that way right now about Bardock Goku.
Yeah.
Probably like while it's not like quote unquote broken or cheap, it's very stable. And I would like a lot more shells in this game to feel like Bardock Goku, where you don't necessarily need to have an assist to play the game.
Yeah.
And I think that's the direction we're moving in.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I believe this is the only patch we're getting for the year, so I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Right.
But
you don't know right now.
Yeah. I've been lied to by Arxis before. I know that deal.
It's like you've been around the block.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
But that's all really. I just feel that if the game can move in a direction where you don't need to rely on a team or on a complete 100%, all 3 characters alive team. I think it'll be. I personally think it'll be better for the game. I think that's a bit of a controversial opinion because at the end of the day, it is a team game. But I've always appreciated that about team games. It's like, if your character dies, I can still play. Heck, you can do that in freaking Power Rangers Battle for the Grid.
Stop. Don't bring that up. That is forbidden. That's forbidden.
It has 100% chip combos. All right, 100% chip. I can't.
It does.
I can't hold that. I can't hold that. I'm sorry.
That's forbidden, yo. Honestly,
Truly forbidden.
I haven't touched it. That game is forbidden.
Okay, low key.
What you
is
got?
really, really fun. It is actually really fun. I played it for 6 hours the day before Slam.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the hell out of it. I think it's really jank. But
Yeah.
if
I think
somebody
that's
was
a lot
like,
of
hey, Doza, you want to enter $5 to enter a Power Ranger back? And I'd be like, sure, why the hell not? You know?
Like, yeah, man, let me get like 2 hours. One thing you did, so you brought up Trunks, and you've been dabbling. When we met at Final Round, so you've been dabbling with Trunks since Slam Final Round time.
Since Final Round, actually,
Yeah.
I didn't play him at Slam because I just felt he wasn't ready,
Yeah.
and I didn't really have a specific team built around him.
Okay.
But I think Change the Future Assist is really good for Goku Blue. My problem has been honestly building a team around him because as people have probably noticed, the block stun of Change the Future Assist is the real issue with it.
It's non-existent.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't even think you can block string into it and do an IAD mix up. It's that minuscule.
Yeah.
But so my problem has been finding an assist to use with it, and the only option I found was Kid Buu because I really want to play Goku Blue and Trunks together, and I'm like, well, Kid Buu seems to be my only option if I want to be consistent and have a low 2L so I can solve a mix up, things like that. But then the more I looked at the team, the more I was like, instead of playing Goku Blue, I can just play Bardock, and then I was like, I don't
Play
really
Team
want to do that.
Sage. Team.
Yeah, exactly. I still wanted to play Goku Blue, so pray that maybe one of the future characters down the line have a bit of a higher block stun assist.
Yeah.
Always hopeful.
Well, I think
But
I know. I don't know. I know I'm not the Goku Blue expert, but I actually think that the Trunks low block stun might not be as much of a liability.
It's not.
For Goku Blue, because
he does have the command grab.
That's what I'm saying, and it's not even just that.
Options.
Is like having talked to Sage and LK a lot. Trunks is real. The reason Trunks assist is so scary is it takes up a quarter of the screen.
Oh yeah.
Two, your opponent cannot see what's going on.
Physically.
And three, it has no block stun. Which means that they have to immediately be prepared for a mix. And I think the way that you've described Goku Blue to me, I feel like it almost plays into that stagger pressure he's already got.
Exactly.
I do agree that you'd want your other assists to be a lot more lockdown heavy, but I think that synergy could be absolutely terrifying. I really do, Doza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
I can agree there.
I think another thing too is like going into that topic of Goku Blue a little bit back into that more, like having those as like various assists like is very powerful for this character. Like having assists like randomly like Tien maybe, or having like it kind of goes back to like how this game can be very freeform right now. Like Tien seeing a resurgence and stuff like that. One thing I did want to bring up is the fact someone showed me this the other day with Goku Blue. Shouts to Sai Evermore. Apparently, you can do auto combo into TK Dragon Rush.
Yes. That's actually been around for since release. Actually.
What? No way.
It's
So
it's actually a pretty tight link, but no, it's definitely possible.
It's just like there's a lot with and even when we talked to Pipidace last week, there's a lot of things with the God Key characters. Not as much as Vegito per se, but Blue Vegeta and Blueku are pretty much like so much potential in terms of this game. I kind of want to bring it now to a topic that I didn't really. I was told just recently about it. We're getting the trailer tomorrow.
Yes.
Or this week for Kid Goku. It was announced that Super Saiyan 4 will not be an install super.
Right.
What, and I'll bring this, and I'll pan this to you as well, Jay. What do you guys are expecting from the trailer? Because Dragon Ball trailers have been very short.
Yep.
They've been like a 30-second bit. Nothing really crazy going on. Do you think they might do an extended trailer for this? Do you think they might drop the extra character on us because they've been doing it in packs?
I mean, this is tough. I would love to see who the second character they're pairing in. If they're going with a second GT character, or if they're giving us somebody, from more traditional Dragon Ball, I'm not totally sure. I don't think we're gonna get the second character tomorrow. That's my gut feeling. I don't think we're getting it yet because I think they want to stretch it out a little bit.
Okay.
But I do think we're gonna get the new character next month.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. Doza, thoughts?
What do you think?
I think I'm hopeful. I really would like to see the second character. If I believe that what they're doing it at, it's on a Funimation stream, right? It's yeah. I think the event being such a spectacle, and being able to present it to, I'd say that the casual audience, I think that it has they have potential to reveal a little bit more.
Okay.
Do I see it happening? No. I want to be hopeful, but the way Arc System has done me in the past, I can only have my doubts. But I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
I would like GT Goku to. I want powerful normals, of course. I think that's the big thing. I want unsuper dashable, powerful normals.
Oh my god!
Dude,
Yeah, I'm a Goku fan. I just wanna.
Here's what
I want to stop people from super dashing. That's my big thing.
Why you gotta hurt me like that?
Now, what they're gonna do is they're gonna make his assist Yamcha assist, where Kid Goku
Oh,
teleports onto the screen and he pokes you rapidly with the power pole. Right? That's gonna be his assist. It's gonna be a lockdown assist.
That would be nice. That would be. I honestly would not mind that.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Oh man.
I'm hopeful. I'm really interested to see. I'm assuming Super Saiyan 4 is going to be, the level 3.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's already been confirmed. Yeah.
It is. So it's a level 5.
Okay, gotcha.
Which is pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. I'm glad we're getting Super Saiyan 4 in some sort of representation. While I am more of a fan of Blue in general as a Dragon Ball Z Goku transformation, I like Super Saiyan 4. I didn't like GT. But I liked Super Saiyan 4, I always thought it was cool that Goku was kind of, like an evolved form again, and it was completely different from the other Super Saiyans. But I'm really interested to see the direction they go with the character. I've heard he's got like a reverse Kamehameha, a couple of other things. So,
Ooh.
hopeful.
Yeah.
Hopeful.
He's definitely interesting. One thing I really kind of going back to what you said before, Jay, about a potential second GT character.
Yep.
Look, they could throw us a curveball and just drop GT Vegeta, and then his level 5 is him turning into Super
Oh
Saiyan
my
4
god.
Vegeta.
They could go that direction.
They would. They would. They 100.
If you give me another GT character, I demand Omega Shenron. Because everyone knows that, because he'd be another big body, which the game could use more of.
What? Wait. What? Wait.
What?
You want more characters to get fuzzy?
What's wrong with big bodies? Okay, I know they get fuzzied, but big bodies are cool. Have you seen Hagar?
You know what, man?
Have you seen Hagar and his pipe? Look,
Hagar is pretty cool.
if they just
Hagar
took
but
Omega
you have
Shenron and
Broly
gave him a
already.
pipe, I would play that character. That's all I'm saying.
You have Broly. You don't need more. This game doesn't need more. Actually, no, I wouldn't mind BoJack. We had no Kami on episode 6, and he said BoJack would be sick.
BoJack.
I'm a pretty big BoJack fan. I can see that. Yeah.
Lord Slug.
The movie characters would be so good. Like, give me like
Pam would
Tavion.
also be cool from
Pam would
GT.
be
I agree with you, Christian, in the chat. That is
Also-
also a good angle.
Guys, since we're kind of running out, we're slowly running out of time. If you guys have questions for the panel, have questions for Doza, myself or Jay, please throw them in the chat. I'm gonna be eyeing that chat room like a hawk right now.
Oh, well, one question that has been on my mind since the very beginning of this Doza.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Where did the turtles come from?
Oh God.
Because I've been sitting
is it
here
what?
and I looked through, I was like on your Twitter, and I was like, okay. And I'm like, hey, it's Franklin. And I was like, what? And I was like, all right. So I
Um,
gotta ask. You gotta tell me the lore. What is the lore behind the turtles here, Doza?
It's actually surprisingly really short. It actually originally started because back when I worked at my old job. My boss called me really slow. I guess I don't know. She thought I was a slow person, and she started calling me, a turtle. And I'm like, okay, that kind of makes sense. She's like, you kind of look like a turtle too. And I'm like, all right, that's offensive, but whatever. And I kind of didn't really think about it too much, and I was like, okay, whatever. She's just making fun of me. Cool, whatever. But then I posted some meme on Twitter about what fictional character do I remind you of?
Yeah.
And I don't know if anybody knows Jan, Marvel 3 player, cool guy, really, really good fighting game player. But he said, you remind me of a turtle. And I was like,
My God.
it's coming back. And at this point, me and Jan have barely talked. I think we played one set of BlazBlue Cross Tag.
Yeah.
And that was it. But his first interaction with me on Twitter was, you kind of remind me of a turtle. And I was just like, you can't be serious. And he was like, nah, man, you definitely remind me of a turtle. And then a bunch of people, co-signed it. They're like, you know what? Yeah, you gotta remind me. You gotta look like. And I'm like, and everybody's like, what's that cartoon turtle's name? Franklin. That's him. Yeah, he even wears the red. I know red is your favorite color. And I'm like, oh my God, I guess this is just my spirit animal. So eventually I was like, you know what? I'm going to accept it. I'm going to brand it. And I'm just going to be Franklin the Turtle. And here we are.
That is amazing. Now, I have it on good authority from chat that there were some quality memes that were created for you. Do you have any of these?
Dank memes.
Oh, God. I don't have any on hand, but I do know that my sponsor, Crescent Esports, bless their hearts, they love memeing me in general. If you go on their Twitter page, and honestly, you can just look at their photos. There are several pictures of Franklin's head photoshopped onto my body, or several pictures of my face photoshopped onto Franklin's head. It's very, very common, actually. I think it's a very pushed agenda that they love their turtles.
Actually, shout outs to me, because I found I found one of the photos. I think it was a match you were having, and your eyes were wide. I texted Jay. I was like, we're using this as the promo tweet for today.
Oh, yes. I believe that's actually from a lot of people probably don't know, but I play BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle too.
Yeah.
It's actually from Evo. I was on stream and I did something completely stupid, and it worked. and that was my reaction. I know a lot of people really like my reaction faces whenever I'm on stream. It just ends up happening, man. I don't even know where.
I'm not gonna lie. When Flo linked me that, I was losing it. He didn't tell me what photo he was using. He's like, "Oh, I've got a photo of Doza I'm gonna be using for the promo," and I'm sitting there like, "Oh yeah, Flo, go ahead, do whatever. I trust you." And then I get linked to it, and I was dying. I was actually dying. I was in the middle of work, and I just started laughing, and my boss looked over. He's like, "Are you all right?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm all right."
No. But yeah, one question we got from Iram from the chat: what are your top 3 picks for Combo Breaker? Dragon Ball, I presume.
Does he mean like players? I assume that he people.
Yeah. I think so.
I have a couple of picks. I got top 3. Number 1, obviously myself. I would have taken.
I respect that. Let's go.
Frankly.
I think that's actually the place where most people ended up hearing of me was Combo Breaker last year.
Yeah, because you popped up and ran away.
Oh yeah, I ran away. I had a really close match against Hook, and I almost made it in the summit. So that was probably where my big takeoff happened. I'd say for Dragon Ball. I think my only other top 8 besides that before that was Texas Showdown. Was my first top 8 for the game. So obviously myself.
Right.
Yeah.
My second pick, I don't know how many people have heard of this player, but my second pick is Scott Vermillion. He is he is a Gohan player from adult Gohan player.
I was about to ask. I
Georgia.
was like, teen or adult? Okay.
I know
Yes,
Scott
you
very
gotta
well.
specify with this game. Yeah. He's very good. He's in my opinion, he's probably one of the best US players. He's actually the guy who beat me Slam last year for Dragon Ball, and the guy I beat this year to win. We're very good friends. He's a very strong player in general. He's probably I think he's the best multi-web player in the United States. He's a very, very accomplished fighting game player that I don't think anybody should sleep on. And I think he's going to make waves this year at Combo Breaker.
All right. I'm
your
excited.
last pick?
My last pick?
Yes.
I think you know this player, FloKey. My last pick is ASAP Ricky.
Really? It's
Ricky?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
That dude is insanely good.
Yeah. We actually funny story. We actually had Ricky on episode 10.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, we had him on.
Podcast. So it's nice. It kind of went full circle having you two on. But yeah, Ricky. If you guys did not watch the previous podcast, there is a playlist. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, there is a playlist you guys can go check out and watch the past podcast. We're working on getting this on SoundCloud and stuff for you guys.
Lulu, you're oh man, I think you could post links in my chat. If you could post this meme, try to post it, and if it doesn't, I'll like manually approve
God. Oh no.
I trust
Yeah,
you.
Busted. You're busted.
Oh no.
But yeah, I totally agree with those three picks. Ricky is
All right, let me see if I can
he
do
got
this.
shot by mods.
Oh,
Yeah,
Nightbot! No, I forgot I have Nightbot set up. Damn it.
Thank you, Nightbot, for being ever vigilant.
But
I'm
yeah,
sorry for the bait, my man.
Yo, he got bit. But yeah, I definitely agree that Ricky
Oh.
is super strong and like the way I kind of agree like what we kind of like talked about earlier with
If you send it to me on Twitter, I'll pull it up. If you go to my Twitter and you link the memes to me, I'll do it.
Oh,
But yeah,
no.
one of the things that we brought up earlier was like Louisiana is like it's like camaraderie, and like Ricky brought that up in his episode as well, where like everybody will travel to each other, and I think you and Ricky, arguably, I'm gonna be real, y'all are my favorites going into Combo Breaker.
I appreciate it,
I
man.
don't know if I'll be there.
I thought, that sucks.
I don't know. Listen, man, I'm working here. I'm trying.
I understand. Yeah, life comes first. You
Life
know?
does come first.
But it's like a matter of I think like two of the dark horse picks, and a lot of people need to look at are you two, in that regard. Speaking of that, I have you brought up Trunks earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I swear, listen, man. Do not if for those who don't know my stream, my personal stream, I had to drink pickle juice.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
No, I trusted this man. So when he brought up Trunks, I was like, "Oh, really? You're playing Trunks now?"
It was a it was a very tired post-tournament thought.
Listen, I was like, Doza. I was like, Doza? No, but yeah, Trunks is definitely one of those characters. Like, I think if honestly, if the patch came out for final round, I'm pretty sure. Oh man, it would be on pre-patch, but man, if that patch had post-patch Trunks on it,
Yeah.
Oh my God! Lulu, I just got the Twitter.
No, he got it. Oh no,
no.
he got it.
Oh, this is getting passed around. Oh my God!
Oh no.
Please send this. Oh my god.
Chat,
You know, I saw this coming.
chat. This is for you guys.
Oh no! Oh,
I saw this
Let me
coming.
die a little bit.
I should have seen this coming. I knew it would happen. I was like, I would get memed on. I ain't got my face on stream. But I should have seen this
Oh
coming.
my god!
Very expected.
God! Oh, Jesus!
I like how this man put in the work to hunt down each individual photo and put them all.
Ah!
You've got
I
a
have to
blessed.
see
All I
which
can
one
say
it
is
is.
you've got a blessed esports org. That's
You
what you've got.
do.
You got. They're blessed.
I have to see which one it is.
Oh no, he put
Afraid.
he
You
linked
always gotta
4.
look.
Oh, he has all the links. What the hell? Oh my god.
Oh, he's done. Those are
No.
For anyone who just got back, feel free to link it. Put the look at the link I just put in chat. It'll take you to some truly beautiful photos.
Oh
Oh
no.
my god. Yo, those I'm in tears. Doza, we love you, baby.
I saw this coming. I'm not too surprised.
Lulu Meister
this is my
single-handedly implemented this though, because he was the one. Oh, this was such a play. He set it up. He brings up that there are memes about you, and obviously we have to ask. And then he even had the research already prepped to share this.
Like,
So
he
the
already had everything
the
together.
funniest thing about that's actually the CEO of my team.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Of all people to get
He
memed on
knows
by, right?
Way too much.
Right? It's crazy.
Dude, he had he blocked the mix-up, right?
Crazy.
He knew the mix-up was coming, so he blocked it, counter-poked, and TOD'd you.
It happens all the time.
That is absolute. They have a photo of Doza faces. Oh my!
Oh,
they're
no,
doing
yeah.
it. This is the when people say esports. This is really what they're talking about. All right,
Honestly,
this is the unseen part.
I would love to have a Doza face on the like as an emote.
Oh God.
100%. I would pay money for that.
Also, for those of you watching on YouTube, I'm changing the current topic to the link to the link to the tweet. So, for anyone who's watching this on YouTube, it's under the current topic. Just put in that link and you'll be taken to a collection of Doza faces.
That's dope. Shouts to Crescent Esports, honestly. Honestly, FloKey, which face do you want? Oh no.
Oh, this is the real Q&A.
You can't give him options.
Back to you on that. Let me get back to you. I need to get 15 subs first. 15 subs first, and then I get another sub point.
Oh my goodness.
Then I'm gonna hit you up on Twitter.
Oh, that's beautiful.
That just literally happened. But yeah, this was a great episode. I am appreciative that we kept it in the South.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I love Southern hospitality. I love Southern people, and I like how the Southern players bring
new stuff to the table. Oh yeah, I think personally the South is one of those under-acknowledged regions in general.
Right.
I think everybody knows us. They know we're a threat. But as far as I think it's been brought up before. As far as like opportunities and things like that, the South isn't something people really consider. But I think podcasts like this and in general the community and its players we're doing our best to make ourselves known. It's hard, right? There's a lot of competition, but we're trying, y'all. It's no hospitality like Southern hospitality.
That is actual facts. When I went to final round, I literally was introduced to nothing but Southern hospitality. I was like, man. The Mizzy in the chat asked, did we talk about Louisiana Popeyes being better in Louisiana? Is that true?
Oh, 100%. Oh my God.
Is it free? It's like free.
Dude, it's so you're from Florida, right? Right,
I'm
FloKey?
from Connecticut, homie.
Okay, it might be.
That's okay. I'm
not born in Louisiana, but I've lived in it, most of my life. I've lived here since I was 3. My first out of state experience with Popeyes was, I believe, my first year of traveling was CEO Taku in like 2015, 2016, something like that. I would just started college. I tried it. I'm like, oh man, Popeyes, and my boys are up in Louisiana, and they're like, Doza, don't do it. You're just gonna be disappointed. I'm like, it's Popeyes, how can you mess up Popeyes? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna get the spicy, because that's what you go for. You get the spicy chicken from Popeyes. You're ecstatic, happy. Who really cares about the freaking the biscuit? Biscuits. It's kind of hard to mess up biscuits. And I was like, all right, red beans. It's not Louisiana red beans, but it'll be all right. It's Popeyes. I get it, and I'm like, what the hell is this? This isn't Popeyes. This is some carbon imitation.
Oh my
Actual carbon imitation Popeyes. I've never been more disappointed in food in my life.
Wow.
Ever. Like ever.
Popeyes with the biggest of letdowns.
Yeah, like I think another one people talk about was like Canadian Popeyes, but after being mixed by Florida Popeyes, I'll never try Popeyes outside of Louisiana.
That's OD.
Ever.
Now, but see, you've done the opposite to me now. Now I'm gonna now I want to go to Louisiana and try Popeyes. So that way, when I come back to my state, I could just be sad, right?
Yeah,
so I mean, you guys should come out to Slam next year. Would definitely love to have you.
Yeah, 100%. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Louisiana because listen, I love watching YouTube videos of people making food in Louisiana.
Oh my god, yes.
Bro, I would kill for some nice jambalaya or gumbo.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's everywhere down here, and it's all good. I would definitely love to have you guys down for Slam next year somehow, some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I'd
That would
love
be
to
phenomenal.
see you guys down here.
Yo,
Yeah.
dude, if we did I think one thing me and Jay are thinking about potentially is doing a live under the radar, like from a tournament.
That'd be great.
I think that would. Oh, imagine if we also had a segment where it was you and me trying real Louisiana food.
Oh.
Hey guys, you know what to do. Slam,
I was gonna say, Doza, how
2020.
can you do
Slam
this to
2020.
me?
Slam 2020, yo.
I think I would love if you guys made the trip out here.
Listen, can Slam, please book us.
Oh my god.
We're really cool boys.
Oh yeah, you guys definitely have my vote of confidence.
Hell yeah, I definitely appreciate that. But what you want me to cook? Oh God, don't ask me that question. I will eat anything.
So everywhere that I travel, I never say, oh, I want this. Because the people who live there are gonna know way better than I could possibly know what's good, right? So for me, I'm always like, hit me with what you think is the best, what you think is good. That's the way you got to do it.
Also, Sam Sora, don't let Sam Sora cook gumbo. Yeah, don't do that.
I've heard he's a bit of a klutz in general.
Sam Sora, granted, he plays Smash.
Crawfish
He's
season.
like a nice
Ooh.
guy. Oh, it's crawfish season during Slam.
It is.
Ah,
It is.
All right.
How did you come into this chat? I love how we bring you on. You talk about Blueku. As we get to the end, right? Now I'm like extremely hungry and I want to go to Louisiana. How did you do this
The
to
summer
me?
brings the heat and brings the hunger. That's how it works.
It really does.
Oh
It's
my
really how it
goodness.
works.
This is like we're getting hit with like the 1-2 here, Flo. Like this is textbook.
Back-to-back weeks, I'm like, dude, these epic. Like, I'm telling you, it was God Key.
You know what? The God Key was in. I felt it this week. Absolutely
Both
phenomenal. But
Both
now
weeks.
we are getting to our last little rundown right here. So obviously we love to do this with everybody we bring on. Doza, you've got a couple minutes. Whoever you want to shout out, whoever you want to talk about, hit it. This is all you. Feel free. Don't hold back. No shyness. What you
4
want to talk
minutes.
about, get it, Doza.
Shoot.
Alrighty. So first off, shout outs to Crescent Esports. Thank you guys for all your love and support and memes. Shout outs to Level 482 Gaming for being, the production and pretty much the production light of Louisiana. Thank you guys for always putting us out there. Shout outs to Louisiana DBFZ. Shout outs to all you guys who are consistently playing, consistently grinding. Always trying to get better. Steph, Stun Traps, Caius, Fabian, all you guys, Dylan, Double Trigger. All you guys who always grinding consistently, helping me get better. I appreciate you guys. I couldn't have gotten here without you. Shout out to Louisiana FGC in general. Thank you guys for always bringing me up. Allowing me to be a platform for everybody. Shout outs to my friends. Shout outs to mom, dad. I love you guys. Shout outs to my main friends. And shout outs to you guys. Thank you guys for bringing me on. This is the first time I've ever done something like this. So it was really fun. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. I'm not used to speaking for I'm used to speaking, but not like this for long periods of time. So
Right,
this was a great experience for me, and I had a lot of fun.
Definitely.
It's definitely something new for me, and I think it helped me a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Yeah.
I think that's it, guys. I think
I cap it for us. One of the reasons, apart from that you played Blueku, is that you were Louisiana and is very under the radar in terms of players, in terms of representation.
Yep.
And with you, Doza, in particular, you've been setting a precedent for a character for about a year, and I met you, and you're such a great guy, and you present yourself in a way that a lot of people can kind of look at and see themselves doing eventually. And I really you encapsulate being under that radar, and no one's really thinking about you going into Combo Breaker. People like you, people like Pivot Ace, people like ASAP Ricky. These past 3 episodes have been ridiculous in that stuff.
I 100% agree, Flo. I mean, and that's because that's what we're about here. We're about talking about those players who, they might not, they might, just because, my belief is just because you don't play in New York, just because you don't play in LA, doesn't mean that you aren't a killer.
Doesn't mean
right? And I think people write it off, and that's why it's so important to get out there and listen to these players and talk to them. And you have been an absolutely phenomenal guest, fantastic player, great memer, and you've got good food. And now I'm hungry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
listen, I have a half a Subway with my name on it. I'm about to devour.
Well, on that note, I have been JDiesel with Under the Radar.
I have been FloKey.
And I've been Doza.
And this
follow me at D__Doza.
Absolutely. And this has been Under the Radar. Thank you guys so much. Have a fantastic night.